Hi everyone and welcome. In this video, I'm going to share how I entered the world of game development, starting from zero. I had no experience with game engines or game design, but I found my way step by step. If you are just starting out or struggling to stay motivated, I hope my story inspires you. As a kid, I loved playing games, especially titles like Plants vs. Zombies. I was fascinated by their visuals and mechanics, but eventually I stopped playing and shifted my focus to studying. Since I had already knew Python and loved experimenting with new tools, I discovered Pygame, a library for creating games with Python. After watching a single tutorial on YouTube, I managed to make a very simple game. It didn't have any graphics, just rectangles for sprites. There were enemies and the player could shoot enemies. I even tried recreating Snake and then moved on to a more complex game that used images and collision detection. But quickly I hit a wall. It felt too difficult and I stopped working with Pygame. That was not the end though. Later on, I started researching other tools on YouTube. I found recommendations for engines like Unity, Godot, and Construct. Unity stood out because it was the most popular, and I thought it would be easier to find help in tutorials. I searched using Unity for beginners and came across a video by Game Maker's Toolkit, creating Flappy Bird in Unity. It taught me a lot about collision detection, adding behaviors, and working with components. I successfully followed the tutorial, but I mistakenly believed that I'd learned all I needed. Collisions, scripts, sprites, rigid bodies. In reality, I was just scratching the surface. The moment I realized how much more there was to learn, I lost motivation and quit again. I kept watching videos about different engines and their advantages. That's when I discovered Godot. It was beginner friendly and gaining popularity. I gave it a shot and began learning the basics. Nodes like Area 2D, collision shape, and timer. Creating UI with canvas layer. Mapping inputs with input map. Everything felt more intuitive than Unity, and I liked the experience. But unfortunately, I didn't have enough time. Schoolwork and other commitments pulled me away, so once again, I stopped. Earlier this year, I stumbled upon some inspiring devs on YouTube, like Blackthorn Prod and Goodgis. I felt that spark again and decided to revisit Unity, this time aiming to build a 3D game. YouTube suggested a video by Code Monkey where he created a cooking game in Unity. I followed along and built most of it, adding mechanics like grabbing ingredients, animations for walking, and placing furniture. But progress was slow, and eventually I stopped. I also explored Unity ML agents to combine data science with game development, but it was not a good fit for me. This time, something was different. I returned to Godot with better discipline and a clearer purpose. Instead of relying on step-by-step tutorials that handed me everything, I decided to build a simple game using free assets from the internet. I even asked ChatGPT for ideas and picked one: a block dodging game. It was simple, yet required a broad range of skills that kept things exciting without overwhelming me. At first, it was frustrating. I couldn't find the right assets, but I had more motivation this time. And it was during the holidays, so I could fully focus on learning and creating. Now, I'm still working on my top-down shooter game in Godot and learning something new every day. If you are just getting started with game development, then here is my advice. Start simple. Don't try to make your dream game right away. Complex projects can overwhelm you and kill your motivation. Instead, take small steps. Learn a little at a time. Maybe every day, maybe every week. What matters is not how fast you go. It's staying consistent at your own pace. Don't try to do everything by yourself. You can ask help from other people like me or use ChatGPT. Everyone's journey is different, and that's what makes it special. Thanks for watching. I hope this video was inspiring for you. If you liked, please hit like and subscribe buttons.